Okay, welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls 2. I've been invaded.
Hello. Roll.
While I was looking at the wiki. Whew.
Did you hear the sound for it or something?
Yeah, like my controller
Quick.
started vibrating.
Alright, get out the sword.
Nice try. Why am I... No. I tapped the wrong button. Ah!
Ken, no! Wait! Alright, so
Okay,
let's
that was a
start.
good start.
Alright. Welcome to the impromptu start of Dark Souls 2 episode 5? 4?
I think this is 5. Wow, that was completely unexpected. I was looking at the wiki, not to look up Ornstein or anything, just because I was confused about something. Like one of the few things I know about what's going on in the story. As far as the current fetch quest we're on. It's weird that this game actually starts you on the Four Great Soul fetch quest. Yeah, whatever. I'm never going to use this for anything else. I don't want to waste an Estus, though. Yes, I know I need to redeem an Estus Flask shard, but... I'm gonna wait until after this attempt at Ornstein. Cracked Blue Eye Orb, aka 500 souls for me.
Yeah.
Because I actually don't care about actively engaging in multiplayer on this character. If I get invaded, okay. What soul memory am I even at? 150,000. That's a high soul memory to be invaded here. In this game, instead of your level, it actually uses your soul memory, which is the total amount of souls that you've collected. The new NPC actually sells a ring that absorbs souls for you, so when you kill an enemy, you don't gain souls, so your soul memory doesn't go up. Which is kind of necessary for PvP characters. Oh yeah, that's the Smo attack. Kind of glad I finally got it on screen.
Were you the one that told me to try rolling to the right?
I don't know if I ever specified
What
to the
the-
right. Oh, he's gonna punish me so hard. No context. Seriously, just the way he moves makes it obvious it's Ornstein.
Ooh.
I like how they're soul spears instead of soul arrows.
Ken, stop doing that.
Don't stop me now!
Don't stop even if you wanna have a good time. You can.
Why is Queen still playing? Have you seen Shaun of the Dead?
No.
That's the one scene that I remember because I wasn't interested in it from the start, but my friend made me watch the movie. He also made me watch Hot Fuzz, which was a great movie.
Ornstein hype.
You're turning into the Twitch chat. Don't do that. You get the old Dragon Slayer soul, old Leo ring.
Let's see if it explains why he's here.
It doesn't. The old Dragon Slayer is reminiscent of a certain knight that appears in old legends. So yeah, it's Ornstein. And also his ring. The beloved ring of a dragon-slaying knight strengthens thrust weapon counterattacks. After many years of use, the ring's face is worn down, but close inspection reveals an engraved lion. So
Does
yeah.
a ring get now?
Huh?
Is he just grinding it against things?
Armor. You got more cracked blue eye orbs.
More souls, you mean?
AKA 1500 souls. And the Hide Knight Iron Mask and a Tower Shield. As much as I like the monocle and the extra drop rate, just look at the freaking Knight helmet.
Oh yeah, I love the helmet.
Fashion souls, man.
But our strength right now is shite for it.
That's endurance.
I guess you don't give a fuck. This guy don't give a fuck.
I should raise my vigor and endurance.
Vigors! Man, I want to play Bioshock Infinite again. Fuck. I should. And all the DLC, even though I really hate Part 2 of Burial at Sea. Well, I love it because it's stealth-based combat, and I'm really good at it in that game.
I like how Emerald Herald moves around Majula, kind of like how the Maiden in Black moves around the Nexus.
I like her. There's Seek Lost.
Alright. Vitality. Vigor. Yeah, that'll be good.
And we should maybe buy some life gems.
Yeah. 10 should be
Ken?
good.
See, Ken, what would you do without me?
Oh, I can't even afford 10. For some reason I was thinking they cost 100. Alright, so I guess we're gonna go play the bongos. Or drums, or whatever he calls them.
What boss are we going to?
Triple Triad. Which is
Oh.
I just love how that's the name of the card game in Final Fantasy VIII. Triple Triad.
Oh yeah, I remember Peanut Butter Gamer talking about it, or whoever it was. Whoever it was on Vicious Mongoose's channel.
Speaking kind of Final Fantasy minigames, they're actually adding the golden saucer type area, which was the minigame zone from Final Fantasy VII, to Final Fantasy XIV, interestingly.
Ken, I really want to play one of the older Final Fantasy games. I want to play like Final Fantasy VII, even though it's overrated. Or like whatever.
9 is actually considered the best PS1 Final Fantasy as a game, not like, oh, it inspired so much, just on its own merits. Because I was actually on RJRPG. Oh, come on! That guy can come over here? Okay. Forget this. Forget this.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Why can't you just keep moving like with the Estus Flask? Forget this.
Chug and run.
Wrong way. Where is she? She isn't here. Oh, no. This is terrible.
Belclair, please.
Please. Please. Please. No.
This episode's off to a great start.
Hey, we did kill Ornstein first try. This episode.
I was about to say, a very broad definition of first try.
Like, I'd love to play Final Fantasy XIV, but subscription fees just turn me away from MMOs. Like, even though I realize that $15 a month overall isn't that much, since that's 50 cents a day, less in months with 31 days, it's just, it feels like a lot. Okay, learn my lesson.
Did I have my games from my pocket? Hold on. No, I did not.
Like, Final Fantasy XIV looks like a really good game. It's just... It's... Well, for one, I actually... Despite how much I love the genre, I get burnt out on MMOs fast. Like, I got to level 30 in Rift, where the level cap is now 65, and that only took like 20 hours or so. Who says ragdoll physics aren't in this game? Which is only 20 hours, which is actually kind of fast for an MMO to have an average of more than 1 level per hour. But I'm on hiatus from that game, aside from doing a Let's Play on a warrior instead of a rogue. I need to actually set up a thumbnail for this series, because I've actually been setting up basic thumbnails recently, even if it's just the box art or the logo for the game. Okay, this is going much better. Should I go up or down? I have to fight them anyway, I might as well drag them out. But yeah, my friend had made me sit through Shaun of the Dead most of the time. I was actually on my phone because I actually really had no interest in the movie. But I look up and Don't Stop Me Now is playing suddenly. So that's the only reason that I remember that scene so well, because they're fighting in the pub. Because zombie movie. Okay. Because there's a line where it's like, because it's a British movie, kill the Queen. What? The jukebox. Daddy Fat Stack. I felt dirty just saying that. Oh. That's even worse. Bow to my allies. Well, human ally. Ugh. Okay. Luckily, these guys are weak to magic in general. It's not just Belclair's build, I think. No, it's Belclair's build. I'm full of it. No! I wasn't on Hestus. No! I'm sorry, Daddy Fat Sack. creature looks like a flamberge. Also, I think there was a treasure around here. No, I did get it. I thought it was all the way at the end of this, though. Oh, that is.
You already got it.
Save your arrows, not friend. Dude. Okay.
Confound this Dark Souls AI.
It drives me to drink. Of Sunny D. This video has been sponsored by... I actually don't need the Ring of Binding. So I guess I will go for the Bluestone Ring. Also, it's actually 5% of your max health that you lose, not, 10. As I found out from the Dark Souls 2 subreddit. Okay. They're actually... Oh, come on. Of course the fatty does, too.
Close the door.
Nyeh.
No.
This is the face of mercy, I swear. Whoa, where did all of these go? I forgot those exploded. Famous last words.
Alright, now make sure they didn't open the door.
Okay.
I think we're safe.
This is Dark Souls. We're never safe.
That was fucking hilarious.
The explosions or everyone filing after me?
I liked everyone filing after you, and then you're just like, wait, shit, shut the door. And you...
Let's see here. Barrel Rider. Or Oscar the Mage. I am gonna take a mage. This is the most unbalanced party. We don't even have a cleric.
Or a paladin, whatever that is.
Well, I'm our melee guy, sort of. Oh, he's also a spell sword.
Hi guys, I'm on YouTube. Man, this guy's on YouTube now.
So is Daddy Fat Sack.
Wow.
That was graceful.
Oh, Claire.
Oh wow, he staggered from all the soul spears.
Ken? Chuck.
Oh!
R.I.P. in peace, Oscar.
Rip in peace. Oh, and Yahim is still alive, of course, because why wouldn't he be? Oh, she has Greater Soul Spear. I never noticed that. That's Crystal Soul Spear.
But the thing is, Ken, they're still powered up as if you had 2 summons, so it's gonna be even harder.
I forgot about that. I forgot they actually powered up.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! No lock-on!
That'll clear shit. Imitator.
Oh.
Alright, motherfucker.
What are you, a large black man walking through a parking lot of some sort?
Some crap. What's that?
I just love how that's always how posts of that GIF go on Imager. Sorry, Belclaire.
Find some backup. She's getting absolutely wrecked from up there.
No, she is wrecking. She's only at half health. I say when she actually was only at half health. Well, I mean, all the way at half health, I guess, is more appropriate phrasing.
Hi-yo! Or, what does Sonic say in that one boss fight? Tira.
What?
In Sonic Adventure 2, when he's running up the egg golem, he says something really fucking stupid.
That's always what he says.
That's no good.
You know what? If I can just duel them, then I am fine. I am not looking forward to dealing with Ruined Sentinels. Oh no. Game over. Game over.
Game over, man. You see, Ken, only summon Belclair.
What? What? What?
Did you just Captain America that?
He threw his what? Huh?
Can you pick it up?
He can do that? What?
Holy shit! Name
What?
this episode Captain America.
I'm just gonna call it Winter Soldier. Because it's winter. But no, really, what? Huh? Did that just happen? I need to upgrade my scimitar, I think. I did get the large Titanite shards. But what? Today I learned. Yeah, reinforce scimitar +4 to +5. Not a huge upgrade, really.
You just need 2 kitty shards.
Large ones. I'm gonna upgrade my body armor because, well, that's the most effective thing to ever upgrade. Oh yeah, I forgot that the Drain Lake items take,
Twinkling titties. Wait, Sean. Wait, Ken. Fuck you.
What?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was notifying you of the chest.
This is just arrows, I think. Or Titanite. Oh, it's a bow.
Wow. It was the other half of that equation. Wow, I'm sorry I got so angry at you.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
You know what? Forget it. We're taking another path. We're going somewhere else for now.
We don't have enough for the ring, though, Ken.
I know. There's...
And we don't have the petrified or the...
Oh yeah, the branch of yore.
So, I think we pretty much have to do this.
Or soul farming.
Do we really want to do that on camera?
I mean, it would at least be slightly more entertaining than watching me fail at the sentries repeatedly, because
But Ken,
at least I would make progress.
Ken, we have better armor, we have a better weapon. We're not going to summon another person. We're only going to summon Belclair.
Oh yeah, he moved here.
Let us resume our exploration of sorcery.
I'm ready to
Recording.
learn, Mason.
Let's see. I already bought everything useful.
Ken, you need a little light outside your room. I'll turn it on.
Do I really need a second sorcerer's staff just to cast magic weapon with? Sorry about the interruption.
Was it the bot?
Yeah.
Alright.
Unfortunately, the Soul Spear Barrage isn't doing that much damage since they have high magic resistance, and it's a weak multi-hit.
So what should we change it to?
I guess Great Soul Arrow, and instead of Heavy Soul Arrow, I have Great Heavy Soul Arrow.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that it highlights the most visited areas. But yeah, the fact that I guess I can talk about the wharf, and one thing I really like about this game is it gives you multiple paths to go through. Like, you don't have to go through the Forest of Fallen Giants to get here. You do eventually to... Technically, you don't have to, but you want to later for another pseudo-fetch quest that's technically optional, but really isn't. It's optional if you want to have a real pain in your neck. I'm never going to use Divine Blessings. Because later there's a boss that you need certain items to do damage to. Otherwise you only do a percentage of your damage. And... three of those items, of the, I believe, 5... No, there are 4, but there's another area you can go to, are linked to the Forest of Fallen Giants. Where did you come from? The Dark Souls story.
Or, holy fucking shit, I swear to God, I parried at that point. Or if you're playing online, why the fuck is that guy hacking? Oh god, he's become a Toho. I remember at one point when I was watching Lobus's slow run of Dark Souls, and he got to New Game Plus 2, and he was in the
That's
crown
just
of
him playing normally through to New Game Plus 7, right?
Right. And he was in the Crown of the Sunken King DLC.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point he gets invaded, and then this guy just comes out of like one of the corridors holding a staff up, just constantly firing out soul spears. Like the barrages. And it looks glorious, but there's no way you can fucking defend against it.
So they took Emerald's spell edits that they did for fun and actually used them.
Basically.
So, sort of on the topic of shmups, I want to see a shmup where your shots act like anti-gravity tears in Isaac Rebirth. Because those are actually kind of fun to play with once you're used to them. So, basing a whole game around it might make people appreciate the item more. Like, I want to see more games with, like, the Ikaruga polarity system, where you have 2 polarities, white and black. If you're in white, white bullets can't hit you. If you're in black, black bullets can't hurt you. I was blocking, game. You could clearly see my shield was held up.
Dark Souls don't give a fuck.
I swear it's the left bumper on this freaking controller, because it's a Mad Catz controller. Just the name Mad Catz makes you understand. Like, the only reason they're still in business is because of the cheapness of their controllers. They can undercut the official controllers by like 10% in price. I think this is actually, these games are actually make the perfect use of the D-pad for the 360, because the problem is the 360 D-pad is not very good for platformers, and it's even just iffy for menus. But just the way item and weapon selection works in this game works really well, even with the 360 D-pad. Like, I actually don't mind using my keyboard for 2D platformers because it's essentially the same as using a NES controller. Just arrow keys and Z and X for A and B. But I can't stand the 360 D-pad. It's terrible.
Yeah.
What?
Whack.
If only I had 12 strength. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you know what I'm talking about, that generic, quote-unquote, sad theme that everyone uses at this point. Especially in solo RuneScape videos, I'm noticing. Yeah, there's a very noticeable difference in cast speed with this ring. Oh, no. I don't have any more repair powder either. I wonder, though. Let me put on Green Blossom and Dark Resin, because they're not particularly weak to magic for sure. It's just Belclair's build is really good.
Yeah.
Apparently I'm at the perfect soul memory for this area, though. Okay, so I'm going to melee the first one. Belclair, it would be nice if you came in here.
Your message has been rated.
Oh, did that pop up?
Yeah.
I actually didn't see it.
What message did you leave?
I'm not sure. I can actually check after this boss fight because this game actually lets you check those. And the ratings for them. Get away from the edge there. Quit getting so edgy.
Such edge.
Ow, the edge.
Where's that damn fourth chaos I moved? Oh, is she gonna... Oh, she missed. Oh, no, that was a hit. Oh, Claire, there's a floor in the way. Careful. Get your shield up. He's coming.
You know, the only super edgy game I particularly hate for it is actually the Devil May Cry reboot. I forgot to pop a Green Blossom.
Ken!
I was tapping B. I was too late into the animation. There was no way to predict that attack. I am glad I'm not in the Covenant of Champions right now, because eventually those hollows in the tower leading up to this will just stay dead.
So, how about on the way there we use the short sword?
I need to repair, so I need to kill this guy at least. Probably the other giant, well, whatever this guy is as well. Why did you do the swinging attack?
And then we just need to run through the checklist of things to do when we get into the boss fight. Like, after the guy's dead, we do the Green Blossom. Or should we do that before he's dead? Like
Before, like I meant to buff up before the boss fight.
Alright.
Speaking of buffing up before boss fights, I have a story to tell about Shin Megami Tensei 4. So, Shin Megami Tensei 4 is the second mainline, well, pseudo-mainline Shin Megami Tensei game. I'm just going to kill these guys to get more souls, just in case. to include explicitly stated side quests. Like, there's a list of side quests. And there's one that's like, oh, just kill these demons that are causing this disease in our small town. Which you still do in the main dungeon that connects... Okay, this is going to be spoilers for Shin Megami Tensei 4, but it was an early 2012 title, so I don't feel so bad. But it's like the main dungeon that connects the main part of the game to post-apocalyptic Tokyo. Naraku, which fittingly is, I believe, the Hindu hell? But it's filled with demons and stuff, because Shin Megami Tensei. So you kill 5 of them, and there's a big wall-in-your-face boss fight suddenly after the 5th one that's not even hinted to. So you get to fight a fiend, which are the super bosses of the series. He's only level 20, but that's for a quest that I started at like level 12. And levels are a good indication of an enemy's strength. Unlike some games like Final Fantasy XIII. Seriously, levels mean nothing in that game.
Yeah.
I still like it. It's alright. It's not amazing, but it's gorgeous, it has great music. I actually like lightning.
Oh wow, you're now playing Dark Souls 2.
So, Snow and Sarah, it's not just me who's reminded of Beat and Rhyme, right?
Well,
You're
I
also
don't know.
suddenly really close to the microphone.
what?
You're suddenly, like, you're a lot louder, but also clearer.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not that far into Borderlands with you. Like,
Even if you're in the
playing it-
first...
I'm still in the first week. After 2 years or 1 year, I don't care. I thought they were like more family.
Yeah. I mean, like, besides the fact that they're actually related, spoilers for something you find out, like, early into week 2.
I mean, I always assumed that they were.
Yeah, you can't see it, but Beata's also blonde.
And I'm pretty sure it says it in the Dream Drop Distance journal.
Yeah.
So, while Sarah and Snow are getting married.
Yeah, but I mean, besides that, like, even Snow's design is kind of like Beat. Kind of.
Yeah. Except if you reverse the clothes they were wearing. Like, Snow has only his chest showing, and Beat has his arms showing. Memory serves. I don't know.
Like, maybe that's making me like the game a little too much because I see, possibly mistakenly, some similarities to a game I love. I do have one complaint about the character progression system, and that's because you get locked off to a certain point until you complete a story event.
Yeah, so it basically means you can't grind in an area. Like, well, you can grind, it's just that once you reach a certain point, you're not going to get any better.
Well, once you start being able to actually upgrade gear. Which...
I still love Spoonie's video on upgrading gear. He just started slapping all kinds of things on his gunblade. Saying, ah yes, this slimy ooze shall make my gunblade even stronger.
Like, I just imagine... Gordo!
Don't.
Oh,
Ken.
but he has... I have
Stick
to.
with
He's a
Velvet.
tank. He's a tank. I have to. Oh.
Green Blossom.
Oh, right. Alright, dark pine resin. The wrong weapon. This is going great.
Avatar.
Trying to find it.
It's to the right.
Okay. Estus. Dark resin.
Did you really dark red on purpose?
Yes. No. No.
Did you get down there too?
No.
No, you're fine. Just watching the health course.
I wouldn't call that slowly.
Well, Bell Claire's.
Oh. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Checklist of things you need to do. Make sure the right weapon is equipped.
Blossom. Peasant. Yes. Resin.
Peasant. Make sure the peasant's blood is spewed on your blade. Okay, come at me, bro. Bro.
Like, see how it kept on failing there to keep the shield up? That's my problem. Oh yeah, that's helping. That resin is definitely helping.
Alright, so if we do it right,
Only one should be able to jump up, right?
only one. There can be only one. Should you maybe try your own soul arrow? No, never mind, let's do it.
Oh no, the other one is coming. Like I saw it approaching.
And back off. No.
Oh! Nope. Good game.
GG. GG. Wish it didn't hurt as much to get down there.
Apparently someone actually found that, like, the formula for fall damage in the first game.
Yeah, it's based on percentage. So you can go through the game with 1 HP and never take fall damage.
Okay, stop putting up your shield.
Throw it.
Stop using Hurricane Spin. That was cheap even in Wind Waker. Yeah, let's just farm souls for a while.
Off camera or on camera?
On.
Alright, where are we going?
Might as well take out the old knights since they give a decent chunk and die fairly fast. But yeah, Shin Megami Tensei 4 forces you into... Well, it doesn't... It's not like Nocturne where... So, if you've heard anything about Nocturne, I'm sure it's been about the Matador.
Nope.
So the Matador is one of many bosses only added to the Director's Cut edition of Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. Or Lucifer's Call if you're in Europe. Featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Knuckles.
I'm not kidding about the Dante part, though.
I know.
I'm not sure why Dante is in the game, but... Anyway, they added a bunch of Fiend super bosses. And the only one is actually required to get the normal endings, but it was still forced into the path for the normal endings. Because there are 5 endings before the Director's Cut edition. No, 4. There's the Chaos, only survival of the strongest faction you fight for. The Law...
What was that sound? Go on.
The Law, the Angels will protect everyone from the demons, but they have to do exactly what Yahweh, which is... I don't know why they call him Yahweh, which is just Hebrew for God. But they have to... Humankind are essentially slaves to Yahweh, which is how Shin Megami Tensei 2 starts. the Vortex ending, which is basically... okay, so context here. Basically, the whole game is you got turned into a half-demon and are put into kind of this limbo between the world being... because the world is due for a regeneration, essentially, and different factions are trying to put it in different ways, like survival of the fittest, completely with demons involved, freedom, which is the neutral faction where humankind kind of fights their own way, regardless of what demons decide. And there's also, because you're part demon, demons can't actually form a reason, which is what these factions fight for, the different ways the world can be recreated. And Disco Ball God, essentially, Kagatsuchi, is the creature who kind of manages it. If you don't side with anything, then he just tells you to go away. He just goes away and doesn't let the world be recreated. So you're stuck in the desert-like vortex world, which apparently only engulfs Tokyo. It's like massive chunks of Tokyo are just turned into sand, except for some buildings and parts of town. And I guess because demons, Dante is there. And he actually becomes a party member in the end game. He's the only party member besides the main character, who I believe the canon name is Naoki, can't be fused, because the whole Shin Megami Tensei gimmick is you can fuse demons together to get better demons. Anyway, the Director's Cut edition added the true demon ending, because throughout the game you're approached by this old woman in a wheelchair and young child, whose gender I believe actually varies depending on the scene. And they're kind of your original guidance, and they kind of tell you to go hunt down the fiends and collect these candelabrums, specifically the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Yeah. And essentially you're actually fighting to become if you follow that ending, you go through these kalpas, which are just temples, and you fight the horsemen and get their candelabrum. And then you go into kind of the quote-unquote fast travel zone. That's the excuse for fast travel after you go through it a few times. The Amala Network, which is also the reason that every Shin Megami Tensei game is canon. Multiverse! Multiverse, son!
Wow. That's glorious.
Just imagine some random hollow. Da, 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 ah!
Fuck that.
Anyway,
Hey, you got me in the face. Who got you in the face? I don't know. Go on.
So you go into the Amala Network after collecting all the candelabrum, and after a few more fiends, I forget which ones are there because the LP I was watching didn't actually cover the true demon ending. You fight Lucifer.
I assume that's relatively normal based on what I've heard of the series.
Actually, Lucifer tends to be a demon you can fuse, not... Wait, no, it's Satan who's a demon you can fuse. Lucifer is actually the kind of the character rather than just the demon. And instead of killing him or him killing you, you're his general. You become like the top general in his army. And
Wow.
basically help invade the Vortex world in order to end the cycle his way. Because Lucifer is the big chaos guy, survival of the fittest, including demons.
Right.
Whereas Yahweh is, of course, law. Yet, and of course, there's no deity for neutral. Neutral is always a completely human faction. Because it's freedom for humans. So yeah, Nocturne has some endings. And the neutral... So the start of the game is just you're going with your friends to visit a teacher, I think, in the hospital. And that's when things go down, and it's thanks to your teacher that you become the what's known as the what I think characters refer to as the demi-fiend, which is the half demon, half human thing. Like it's because you were there, which I think was like the epicenter of the apocalypse. You don't just tame demons, you are a demon. Wait, no, that's Digital Devil Saga. Really good games, all of them. Wait, why don't I have a human effigies effect? Oh, because I killed Ornstein. Right. Yeah, also added is the fact, I think this is new, but when you kill a boss, there's no online play for, like, half an hour in the area.
Well, that's good.
And you can cancel it, as well as cancel burning an effigy anytime at a bonfire. That's what the icon on the far right is. But yeah, the teacher, Miss Yuko, is actually the neutral character, because you're with two friends who become the Law and Chaos characters. What's weird is with the Freedom ending, which is Yuko's ending, it cuts to, like, presumably right before the game started, like, getting a phone call from Chiaki, who is the Chaos character, asking if you were ready to go to the hospital to see Yuko. Which is a strange... And it's an open loop, because Yuko talks about how you helped her and all that. Because she dies at some point. And that's why you're the neutral person. So obviously it's an open loop, which is a strangely, potentially positive ending to a Shin Megami Tensei game. Usually someone ends up totally screwed. Like, part of why I like Shin Megami Tensei is because for a JRPG, it really breaks the black and white good and evil mold. That's part of why I kind of like Dragon Age, because there's some moral gray grounds there, if memory serves. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure the end result is always you are the good guy, but you can still make some questionable decisions. But yeah, I really like, what's the term? Gray morality in games. Like, I don't mind just a good versus evil plot, but it's nice if there's some shakiness to that. Like, someone had a really good idea where it's like, you start out as, like, this great hero, and you start making more and more questionable decisions until it turns out you're the villain. I think that something's done that before, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Like, as you go through the game, like, the main character justifies it over and over and over, even though things get darker and darker and darker. Or just games where you straight up play as the comical villain, like My Life as a Dark Lord, which was just a tower defense, but... My Life as a King was a really weird Final Fantasy spin-off, but I really liked it. Because it was actually a town and adventurer manager. Like, you became king of, like, this small town. Why that's a king, I don't know. But, like, you decide where to put houses, where to put taverns, where to put equipment shops, which buildings to upgrade, and then you tell adventurers where to go and all that. It was a WiiWare game, I think. It also had a heck of a lot of DLC for, like, the end game. And if memory serves, it also had a decent story, surprisingly, for a city builder. Can't wait to finally play Smash U.
Yeah. Maybe we can play.
I have to find where it is, like the Wii U, because my brother actually chose that for his thing. I don't know why we do these splurge days, but we do sometimes. Oh hey, this guy stopped spawning. So we can finally show that mechanic. This guy should only spawn once or twice more. And I chose Persona Q, obviously, from that list. And I bought Metal Gear Solid with my own money. Now I have every canon game except for 4 and Portable Ops. Technically. Which Sean says was only technically canon because of a small reference made in Peace Walker.
You sent Pam, me and Jay about like posing as the Colonel.
Oh yeah, he did that to me as well. Because of Metal Gear Rising 2 hype.
And then he sent a message to one of the Ace Attorney characters on the blog we follow.
He said that, and he also said he'd share it with me, but spoilers.
Yeah, I couldn't follow that blog because of spoilers, and I still can't.
Because of Layton?
Yes.
Wait, there are actually asks relevant to Layton?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's not asking was, like, still. I think it's mostly just asking characters from the game about things related to that game.
Or puns
Or puns.
related to the game. I mean, there are games that try to make you straight up the villain, but they end up falling flat. Like, there was this originally Xbox Live indie game that also made it to Steam. This is a good game, by the way, not one of those that Northern Line covered. I swear the women in that game look like him. But, it's called Evil Quest, and it's, weirdly enough, it's a Crystallis clone, which was an action RPG for the NES, which is a strange combination of words already. Action RPG and NES. But Crystallis is actually really good, aside from the fact that you legitimately had to reach certain levels to even damage bosses. But you would naturally reach that level anyway. It's just a pain for speedrunners. But it's a really solid Crystallis clone, even if it's not very long. It's just the writing is really bad. It tries to be funny, but isn't. And this is coming from someone who thinks that Neptunia is one of the funniest games I've played. Like, it feels just as, if not more, self-aware than Disgaea. Only it's parodying the JRPG industry. Like, there's blatant sexualization, but it's to poke fun at that.
Yeah.
And it's also making fun of specific companies, like certain companies actually show up as characters in the game. Like Falcom, the people who made Ys. She's a generic quiet redhead, like Adol from Ys, which is their main series. I think they also made Trails in the Sky, which has recently been really popular. Okay, I gotta ask this about Smash U. What's this about equipment that I've been hearing?
Basically, you can, when you make your custom fighters, you get equipment from different modes that can increase speed but lower attack, increase attack but lower defense.
Oh, it's all trade-off stuff. It's not objective upgrade stuff.
Yeah, and you can also feed them to your amiibos.
To grind that XP.
Not to grind experience, to give them better stats. Though I think that that's only applying in the custom, when you allow custom fighters.
Right. Like, I want to get the amiibos when they're less of a small print run thing.
I really just want the characters I like. Like, I want one for Robin, Lucina, Palutena.
I want Shulk. Like, it's not because he's so mimetic in Smash because of the I'm really feeling it. Because I played one match as him and fell in love with the way he plays, changing mid-auto modes.
You can just use the bonfire that's behind you in the tower.
Eh.
It's literally closer.
But it throws me off. Because I'm used to this route now. Like, I like multi-mode characters that don't just completely transform. Like, Zelda. Zelda and Sheik are really fun to play as. Didn't they completely separate them, though?
Yeah, they're separated. Sheik now gets a cool little, like, flip kick that she can do.
Mm-hmm.
And then Zelda gets to summon her Phantom.
Phantom, like, the Knight Phantom?
Spirit
Or...
Track.
Oh, that's cool. For some reason, I was really wanting Toon Zelda with Toon Link.
Yeah.
It's like, I like the semi-sarcastic characters in Zelda, so I really like Midna and Tetra. Like, I like how they used Midna to kind of...
Whoa, Maya, what the fuck?
I like how they used Midna to make up for the fact that they couldn't really make Link super expressive in Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
Because, like, Toon Link is the most expressive character just by virtue of the character design. just because of all the facial expressions he can make, because cartoony.
Skyward Sword Link was great.
I haven't gotten to play Skyward Sword. I want to.
His expressions are perfect. Oh, so we're approaching time.
I mean, like, wasn't Fee kind of one more run after this one then? Wasn't Fee kind of reduced to Navi kind of a character rather than like a interesting character like Midna?
Well, she does function basically kind of in the same way that Navi does. But at the same time, there's more to her than just, hey, you get her at this point. I hadn't beaten the game because my Wii broke down halfway through playing it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm kind of disheartened. But I think she plays more hopeful.
I mean, like, I liked him. Part of why I liked Midna was she had her own motive for helping you. I mean, Tattle wanted to get back to her sister, but that's not much of a motive.
She just had to help you.
Like, in the manga, Navi is really reluctant. Like, constantly commenting, like, are you really the hero here? Because they made young Link really naive because of growing up in the Kokiri forest.
Yeah. But he's actually just carrying out her duty. Like, she was put in the sword to carry out the word of the goddess. She is the hand of God. Or the sword of God, really. Then, I really don't think this really applies, but the fairy that Link uses in Hyrule Warriors
Proxy.
really just needs help.
Proxy is a proxy.
Yeah. I love it.
I love that they aren't afraid to go kind of stupid with Hyrule Warrior.
And
Like,
Link also uses proxy.
hmm,
One thing I hate about Hyrule Warriors at some point is that some characters have like really bad cooldown time. Like Midna's, after her combos, it takes like 3 seconds for her to get ready to attack again. Because like she either needs to get off her wolf or like do some kind of pose. But also fucking however you pronounce his name, Giraham?
Giraham.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're done doing his combos, he just puts his sword away and just runs his hand through his hair.
Kind of fits his
4
character.
seconds. And it fits his character, but it pisses me off.
I mean, does he do a whole lot of damage?
He's a really quick hitter, but like when it gets to the point where like the King Dodongo is down and you need to weaken, like take down his weaken
Mhm.
gauge, he only gets about a third or a half of it down before he gets back up. So I
Alright,
guess-
last run, then Majula, then end the video.
I guess I should upgrade it more, but it's just that it's hard to find.
But the thing is, you don't have to find it with him, at least. Like, if characters had separate material inventories, that would be frustrating.
Yeah. I mean, at the most, each of them has separate badges that you need to make for them so they get more combos and more defense and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you need to make sure each of their weapons are upgraded properly. Which they added more things to the smithy with the recent patch. Thank God.
Yeah, I noticed that the upgrade tree seemed kind of small.
Well, the smithy is just for like putting different attributes on different weapons.
Oh.
Like whenever you get a weapon, there's a chance, like more stars it has.
Oh, right, the weapon. Basically, Diablo loot.
Kind of. I don't really understand Diablo, so I'm just gonna explain it.
Blue.
And then like they get slots in and with each slot you can put a different ability from a different weapon of the same type. So like say you get the Twilight Shackle, which is like mid level 2 weapon. If it has 3 slots on it, and you want to take like the rupees plus power from a Cursed Shackle and put it on there, you put it on there, but you lose the other weapon.
Ah. Kind of like the Dynasty Warriors games. One of the first game I popped into 360 that actually reads discs and can go online was Bladestorm: The 100 Years War, which is kind of a weird combination of Pikmin and Dynasty Warriors. Because like you on your own are not very effective because you hold down a button to auto attack, but you can also grab the different packs of units. Basically, you can grab a bunch of swordsmen, a bunch of sword and shield users, a bunch of spear users, but you can only have one party with you at a time, and you actually level up your proficiencies with the parties separately. The story is, well, you're just a mercenary during the 100 Years' War between France and England. Nothing special there. Like, you still find gear by taking over forts, you gain experience by killing enemy parties, that sort of thing.
Right.
It's a fun game, but nobody knows about it, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, I want to put Dex to 25. I'm going to go adaptability, actually, because I want some agility and poise, because agility increases your invincibility frames. Let me see if I want to buy anything over here. Yeah, I want to buy repair powder and 2 Titanite shards. Can I upgrade anything with my 2 Titanite shards? I can upgrade. Oh, come on. Last Giant doesn't make anything I want. I know for sure. I just want to upgrade my shield so that it's somewhat decent. I shouldn't say that, so that it's more decent, because it already blocks 90%, but if I can knock that up to 92%, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, next time on Let's Play Dark Souls 2, we're going to try and play the drums again.